Are we guys ready for one of the most exciting projects of 2023? The Last of Us TV show was announced a million years ago, with Joel and Ellie's heartbreaking yet incredible journey moving closer to its release date. The good news is that the show will release sooner than expected. The bad news? Well, there's no bad news. Here's everything you need to know about the future of The Last of Us. Let's start off with the release date, shall we?
Why bother going on?
We haven't seen the world.
With reboots and remakes being a trend these last couple of years, why not make more series based on video games? Unlike all those reboots, these projects were never given a chance for big screen adaptations, which is why we're so excited about The Last of Us. Luckily, there are more and more adaptations of video games coming out in 2023. Projects like Amazon's Fallout series and Netflix's BioShock movie proved to be successful, so the film industry decided to make this a trend that will likely continue in the following years. However, none of these projects is as awaited as HBO's adaptation of The Last of Us. We first heard a confirmation that the game is receiving its own screen adaptation years ago. Filming took place in Canada for a whole year, and the release date was accidentally leaked on HBO. The company confirmed that The Last of Us will premiere on January 16, 2023, which is, as mentioned, earlier than expected. The first installment will consist of 9 episodes. As for Season 2, it will only happen if the first installment is popular and successful enough. If HBO is satisfied with the viewership numbers, the company will give a green light to a potential continuation. Based on the cast ensemble and the crew that created the series, the project lives on high expectations. But who exactly is involved in The Last of Us?
I'm not family.
No. Your cargo.
As two of the most popular and interesting games released in the last decade, The Last of Us and The Last of Us 2 were bound to give a screen adaptation. So if HBO screws the adaptations, a lot of people would be disappointed, to say the least. However, based on how much time the creators took to make the first installment, based on the chosen cast ensemble and the crew that worked behind the cameras, this project will be incredible. The good news is that game director Neil Druckmann will serve as an executive producer for the first season. He's working alongside Chernobyl writer Craig Mazin, who, based on his project so far, has some amazing writing skills. Kantemir Balagov, known for Beanpole, will also serve as the writer for the pilot episode, with Jasmila Zvanek and Ali Abbasi set to direct some of the most following episodes in the series. Lisa Johnson, mostly known for her work on What We Do in the Shadows, Peter Hoare, known for Daredevil, and Jeremy Webb, known for The Umbrella Academy, will also direct episodes. Gustavo Santaolalla is set to compose music for the show. Luckily, HBO finally released the first official trailer.
Not gonna scare us.
Scared him?
The first HBO series to be based on a video game has a promising trailer. Terrifying, scary, and filled with incredible storylines, that's how the trailer depicts the upcoming series. The companies involved in the making of the series have been releasing many teasers in the last 6 months, and now we've finally been given a whole teaser trailer for the latest HBO adaptation. The new footage shows that the creators decided to stay loyal to the source material, with Joel and Eli heading on a journey west. The trailer also reveals the new characters. If you don't think there's hope for the world, Bella Ramsey's Ellie asks in the opening scene of the footage, why bother going on? Joel calls Ellie cargo, which, for those who have played the game, has a lot of meaning. As mentioned before, the story will stay almost completely loyal to the source material, with Ellie being immune to the cordyceps plague that has destroyed the world. She's now forced, well, kind of, to save humanity. Joel, on the other side, needs to take Ellie to the Fireflies, a mysterious group based in Utah. People there want to use Ellie's immunity to find a cure. At the end of the trailer, Ellie says that you need to smash that like button, if you haven't done it already. Okay, seriously, what are your hopes for the series? Let us know before we jump into some surprising plot details.
You have a greater purpose than any of us could have ever imagined.
The Last of Us has plenty of material to dig from, which is why Season 2 seems guaranteed at the moment. A lot of fans online are begging the creators not to continue the story beyond its potential second installment, but we're curious to know, what do you think? Do you guys believe the series deserves to go beyond its second season? Let us know. Aside from the official trailer, there is also an official synopsis released, which is quite similar to that of the PS3 original. The story takes place 20 years after modern civilization has been destroyed. Joel, a hardened survivor, is hired to smuggle Eli, a 14-year-old girl, out of an oppressive quarantine zone. What starts as a small job soon becomes a brutal, heartbreaking journey, as they both must traverse across the US and depend on each other for survival. There are, as you can notice, some changes in the series when compared to the story in the game. For starters, an official casting release states that game characters Henry and Sam, two brothers hiding in America, have been moved from Pittsburgh to Kansas City in the show. The report also claims that they'll avoid a revolutionary movement seeking vengeance. Then, as you already know, Joel and Eli team up with Henry and Sam in order to avoid a group of cannibalistic hunters. In the series, however, they'll team up to avoid an organized militia group. We expect to see more changes that will make the TV show different from the games. One of the biggest questions regarding the screen adaptation of the game is whether the first installment will cover the events of the first game only. Well, that's what we hope so, because if the creators squeeze as many storylines as they can in one season, they could screw the whole thing. We've already gone through the plot synopsis, and that sure does sound like The Last of Us, but we've also been through some changes in the story that would hopefully make the series more enjoyable. The announcement also states that the series will cover the events of the original game with the possibility of additional content based on The Last of Us 2. Neil Druckmann did an interview with IGN, during which he said that the first season of the show will cover the events of the first game. Yay! Druckmann also confirmed that they'll try to stay as loyal to the source material as possible, but he also noted that they had to change some things due to their differences between mediums. In his own words, he said that some of his favorite episodes so far have deviated greatly from the story, and he simply can't wait for people to see them. Whether the viewers will enjoy these differences, well, we'll have to wait and see how it all plays out. If the first installment is successful enough, and there's a second season, the plot will likely cover the events of Part 2. However, we don't expect to see a second installment soon because, as in the case of the first one, the continuation will also take a long time to be created. Joel and Eli were portrayed by Troy Baker and Ashley Johnson in the game, but the TV show will star Bella Ramsey as Eli and Pedro Pascal as Joel instead. It was also confirmed that Joel's brother Tommy will be played by Terminator Dark Fate star Gabriel Luna, and Tess will be portrayed by Anna Torv. Nico Parker is playing Sarah, Joel's daughter. Nick Offerman will portray Survivor Bill. Murray Bartlett guest stars as his partner Frank. It was revealed that Storm Reed, known for her role in Euphoria, will play Eli's best friend Riley. We also know that you need to smash that subscribe button and notification bell so you'll never miss any of our videos in the future.
Somewhere out west. They're working on a cure. I think we're really impressed.
Jeffrey Pierce, who's known as Tommy in the games, will play a rebel in a quarantine zone, with Merle Dandridge reprising her role as Marlene, the leader of the Fireflies. See you in the next video.